Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. So, I just wanted to make this quick video to tell people what's going on with this tower, the Grenfell Tower. Now, for anybody who does not know what this is all about, this is an event that happened in the UK. This apartment building set on fire and many people were incinerated inside it. It's thought that they were given the wrong advice by the fire people. They were told to stay in this building. This fire started at the bottom of the apartment block. Well, it's a high-rise flats in London, in the UK, and yeah, it quickly spread because of the cladding that was around this building, and many people died in a just horrible way, because they knew, really, the people that stayed put because they were told to stay put, but as the fire sort of came up the building, they knew that they were going to die and they couldn't be saved. It was just awful. Anyway, of course, since then, this apartment block is still there. It's like this sort of permanent sarcophagus in the middle of, in place. It's been covered by like a cover, and this tribute has been put up at the top: Grenfell, forever in our hearts, etc. But they've just not really known what to do with it. Now, apparently, according to Sky News, a decision has been made to pull down this building. So, but a lot of the campaigners for the families of the victims are not happy with the decision. So I'm just doing this video to let you know what's happening, and I'm interested in your views. What do you think? Should this building be pulled down? Should the survivors' families decide what happens to it? Or, because some people think, it is dangerous, even so, who should decide what happens to this building? Should it be the survivors' families? Should it be the people who live round about, who have to look at it every day? And also, it does affect air quality. Apparently, the air quality has to be tested on a regular basis in that area. There is a school right nearby. People are living their lives there. Should it come down, or should it remain until the inquiry? Well, there's an inquiry going on that I think the inquiry is designed to just last until people lose interest. It's not moving quickly. Nothing's been done. No one's been arrested yet, even though this happened years ago. So Grenfell campaigners have reacted to the deeply sensitive decision by the Deputy Prime Minister to demolish the tower block. Victims, families and survivors were given the news in a meeting attended by Angela Rayner on Wednesday night. Grenfell next of kin, which represents some of the bereaved families, described it as a deeply sensitive decision after a thorough engagement process in person, following an uncomfortable conversation with uncomfortable truths. In a statement on X, the group said the lack of closure, the continuous discussions and consultations, the re-traumatization of a divisive and painful debate brings nothing to the table except pain and further division. We want a discussion about what will go in the tower's place so it can be seen and remembered forever. We need to reimagine a future and rebuild our broken, shattered lives and our families. Now, apparently it cannot be made habitable again. It can't be used again. Though who would want to live there anyway? I mean, who would want to live in that? It's like a tomb. So many people that died. So 72 people died. And this is quite a long time ago now. And I cannot believe that nobody has still been held to account for this. So this happened on the 14th of June, 2017, 7 years ago. So the government has previously said there would be no changes to the site before the 8th anniversary. So it's the 8th anniversary on the 14th of June this year. So whether it'll be left, to sort of mark that anniversary and then brought down, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's expected more details will be set out by ministers at the end of the week. So of course, then the other debate is what should they do if they do bring it down? What should be put there instead? And of course, people have talked about a garden of remembrance, these kind of things, which to me, I personally think sound like a good idea. But, I didn't lose one of my loved ones in there. And I'm, trying to imagine how how would you feel? Your loved one had died in there. Would you want it left up? Part of me would feel I would want it left up until someone was held accountable. Because, of course, it seems like cheap, the cladding that was used was dangerous. There's still places with that cladding. There's still buildings with that cladding around. People are living in death traps, literally. But no one's been held to account. It's one of oh yeah, we're having an inquiry, mustn't comment till the inquiry's over. The inquiry goes on so many years, and in the end, everybody who's concerned in it is dead or whatever of natural causes. That sometimes you feel like they just do this on purpose, extend these inquiries out, don't they, so that nobody can talk about it, nobody can be held immediately accountable. It is so annoying. And that's to me, and I haven't got a loved one, who died in that, but imagine if you did. So, yeah, so really what I want to know from you is, what do you think? Should it be brought down? Have we even, or do you think we shouldn't even have a say in it anyway? Is it nothing to do with us? Is it for the government to decide? Is it for the survivors' families to decide? And if it is pulled down, if you do believe it should be pulled down, what do you think should be put in its place? To respect these 72 souls lost in Grenfell. It's let's just have a look for anyone who, just to place where this happened. So it's in the UK, as I say, in London. I mean, I'm not very good with the geography of that area myself. So let's have a look. So here it is, Grenfell, and this is the Tower Memorial Wall, whatever that is. And that is Grenfell itself. Grenfell Tower Memorial Wall. There it is. So, what should be done? It gets lit up, on the anniversaries and things, it gets lit up to remember the people who died. I mean, I just remember, I don't know, but it's to me, this is one of those things where you remember, it happening. And I just remember, I'm not going to go through these things now, but there was some, people saying the texts that they'd had from the victims, as the victims were realizing they weren't going to get, they weren't going to be saved. Awful, just awful, horrible tragedy. And nobody yet has been held accountable. And now, what do we think? Should it be brought down? So, yeah, so basically, it's just to let you know what is happening and ask what you think. And do you think it should come down? Do you think we even have a right to have an opinion on it, or should it just be the relatives that decide? Should it just be the government who decides? And if you do think it should be brought down, if you don't think it should be brought down, why? Why do you think it should be left up? And if you do think it should be brought down, what do you think should be put in its place? And I think, actually, I'm going to light a candle for all these victims. I hope they're resting in peace. I wonder what they would have wanted. Of course, we can't ask them what they want, but, you know, a candle for them, all the 72 victims and their friends and family. Okay, thanks. I'll see you really soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.